Hi, everyone. Welcome to the 21-Day Challenge. This is Michelle Howe, and I am excited to have you here with me. A little bit about this challenge is what I'm planning to share with you today, an introduction to what's going to be going on for the next 21 days so that you're prepared in some way and not overwhelmed in any way. All right? So some of you, many of you, know a little bit at least about me, and some of you know more about me. I started my journey formally that I was aware of about 8 years ago. And most of my life I have been an empath. I share a lot more about my journey in being an empath, which is a teleseminar on my website. So if you're interested, go take a look at that. Go listen to it. It'll tell you a lot more about me. But once I determined that something more was going on and there was another answer, and I read these 30 traits, and my life had come to a point where I really had always prided myself on being able to see through lots of things. And to me, it was a normal, natural thing that everybody could do, and I really didn't fully see what was going on with me separate from other people. I just didn't. I just could maneuver around, and I was on automatic, and I knew where to step away from and what to step into until I didn't. Okay? Until it was time for me to awaken, truly. That's how it all goes. So that's my story, and there's more to it. You're going to have your story. I have talked to many empaths, and in the way I look at it, everybody connects with emotion. Absolutely. Some connect more. Unfortunately, many of us don't even realize how emotions are affecting us and how we're responding to emotions, whether we're not conscious about it. We're just avoiding it. We're responding to things we don't really understand. So in the work that I do, I'm trying to say things, share things, present things in such a way that people don't close down to the ideas that emotions are important. They're important to be aware, to wake up, so my mission is to awaken people, not just to awaken them, but then to guide them once they are more awake, because I do feel that this journey of being an empath is really challenging, inspiring, wonderful, but only wonderful after you've really determined what it is that's actually going on and what it is that you need to do next and how to help yourself. So in this 21-day challenge, which happened quite impromptu, I just woke up one morning, and the next thing I know, I'm like, 21 days of a challenge. Let's do it. And that was probably a little less than 2 weeks ago now that came into my mind. So you are all going to hear this whole program for the very first time. So I have an outline of what I want to accomplish and what days are what. And I have a very good friend who is an admin in Empath Educational Center and in the group. And she's an admin, and she's fantastic. And her story is very different from mine. So I put my information together, and I'm like, okay, sit down with me here. What do you think? So, between the two of us, she gave me some fantastic feedback, and I'm adjusting a few things. And I hope to really make an impact on you and your life and the way you actually see things. Because what I have noticed is that most of us don't realize our own strength, our own abilities. We're always absorbing what's going on around us and very aware of what's out there, as opposed to our own stuff and what we can do with energy. And it's interesting because the more sensitive you are to energy, the more you can feel, the more you can actually impact others. The more you can help yourself too. And there's not a course out there that tells people this. And that's up and coming. It's up and coming, absolutely. There's a lot of us empaths piping up, speaking up to share, all right? Each person that is a teacher out there, whether it's spiritual, whether it's empathic, whether it's business, has their own style, their own flavor, their own energy of how they see the world, how they integrate things for us. It's the same with you. Every single person in your life, every fiber of you is a unique approach. It's a unique energy of how you can impact other people. And we all do it differently. So we need to gravitate to the person that has the keys to change us. And I'm not just speaking about you, I'm speaking about me. Every single one of us is in a process of changing and shifting. It's actually a journey. And if I can get my new website up and going and get everything streamlined more, I'm planning to write about the journey, because the journey is, yes, it's very unique for each of us, but I am seeing there are really common themes that we're all dealing with. And when you put us together with someone who can hold the light for it, and the light does the work. None of us do the work of transcending our beliefs. We hold space, we intend, we help one another with those shifts, because each of us holds the vibration that can impact the other person. You see, the beauty of being an empath is that you can impact the other person, because you can impart that it's called projection. But as much as we can have a projection that's not so great on us, we can have a projection that beams right in and changes everything that's going on. And it's not always about work and I need to heal myself and doing all this work. It's about surrender. It's about not being afraid. It's about stepping into new things, surrendering to where you're being guided, because every step of the way, we're all being guided. All right. I put myself in that same water with you. I am being guided. All right. So I hope that what I can share with you in these next 21 days is going to make an impact in your life. I will try to keep it simple for those who are new. For those who are a little more advanced, you can certainly structure your challenge to be a little bit more for you, knowing where you're at. What I want to avoid is any one of you feeling disappointment or anxiety or expectation over what this challenge is all about, because I have no expectation of you other than to show up. Show up, listen, do your best. Whatever you get is fine. Whatever it needs to be, it will be. You start where you're at, just like me. None of us have the magic key to solve our whole life in a day or 21 days. We do it step by step in a process. And sometimes what I found is that I may not grasp a concept right away in full, but it sits in me for the time when it can blossom, when I finally put the pieces together. So my goal is to be able to share it to you in an easy flowing way. And, throughout this process, I'm here helping you. I'm also helping myself in the process of public speaking so I can share. So I can do this on a broader scale. So you're helping me. And I want you to know that. Your feedback at the end is going to be huge, because if this really works well for you, it can work well for others. And it's 21 days. All right. The pace that you go at, I know you each have a life. We have lives. We have busy lives. So do your best. Listen to it the night before. Plan for it to manifest sometime the next day. Plan for a certain time that works for you. Depending on our personality and how we approach things, that is just as much a part of this life as anything else. It's knowing how we function best. And when I say that, it's important because I remember when I went to college, I ended up at the end, I saw there was a pattern in how I worked best. But it took me 3 years to see the pattern. So I'm just telling you, in life, there are patterns of what works for us and what doesn't work for us. And there are habits that are horrible for us that need to be reversed on their heads. And there are beliefs that need to be thrown out the door. But we really don't see any of this stuff until we shine the light on it and we see it. We continue and continue and continue, thinking, doing, behaving, justifying the same stuff over and over again. When we change the way we think, when we're open to that, we change everything. So, your job is to remain open. Your job is to stick with me. Your job is to participate and be engaged. All right? So, there is a Facebook group. If you're interested in joining in that group, go on Facebook. There is a link in an email. In the email, there's a link everywhere for the Facebook group. I shouldn't say everywhere, but I have put that link different places. Just go into Facebook and Google 21 Day Empath Challenge and ask to come into the group, okay? You're going to be getting these challenges by email and in the Facebook group the evening or the day before the challenges is to happen, okay? I will do my best to answer your questions on a timely manner. If I get a lot of questions that are very similar, what I will likely do is take those and create a teleseminar or create a recording like I am right now so you can take this and do something with it. All right? What I mean by that is so I can address one person and address all 200 plus of you at one time, which likely have a very similar question to it. All right? For anyone in the Facebook group or anyone that I see participating in this challenge, I'm going to do a drawing at the end of it. At the end of the 21 day, there'll be a drawing. I will draw 3 names. The names that are going to be considered are the people that are participating either with questions or through engagement in the group. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to pick 3 people, and I'm going to give each of you deep dive sessions with me to help shift you and help you. It's more specific. It goes into you. So when I speak in general terms to you guys on these challenges, that's one thing. When I do my work through deep dive sessions or deep dive days, I really go into what it is that you specifically need in your life, and you're the focus of the conversation. And it's not just a consultation, it's a prep before the consultation. It's a deep dive, all right? And we don't necessarily need a ton of time to shift things. Energy can be shifted in a very simple way. You just need someone to say it, say the right thing to you, bring your attention to the right thing, give you the right tool, and you're done. You've moved. You've been able to make a big leap, and that's the whole purpose of what I do, is to help you make a big leap. Am I coming up with programs for this in the future? Yes, but at this point, I'm going to focus on individual work and this 21-day challenge to help impact others in a broader sense. And who knows what else is coming down the line. The theme for this year for me was expect the unexpected. That's what went into my head one day. And I'm like, expect the unexpected. Wow. I usually like to plan what I'm doing, but maybe not. Maybe I can't always do that. So anyways, I don't know how long this recording is, but I hope I didn't take up too much of your time, and I look forward to getting to know you. So everyone, enjoy the rest of your day, and talk to you soon. Thanks.